Hi everyone. So sorry for this one going by so fast, but there's a lot to cover since I'm doing a start to finish on this look. So first off, we're just going to hydrate our face using this one's a vitamin C facial lotion. I'm just going to put it all over my face, get it nice and rubbed in all over. Don't forget your eyelids. After that, let it dry for a little bit. Then I'm going to be using my Revlon Photo Ready foundation. And I'm just going to be using this with my fingers since it sets really fast. I want to be able to get it on quick, so if you want to use a brush you can, but on this one, since it's just kind of like a daily one for me, I'm going to be using my fingers. And you start in the middle where your nose and your cheeks are, blend it out. And give the forehead, work from the inner to the outwards of where your forehead is, and then your chin, same thing, go from your lips to your jawline and get it all blended out. It does set really quick, so you kind of have to work fast. And taking a sponge, just getting some of the areas that might have been streaky just from using your fingers, kind of blend it out, make sure there's no streak lines showing. Next, I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Professional Concealer, and I'm just going to be putting it, covering up some spots that I may have around the nose, or if you have any blemishes that you want to cover up. It's a good day-to-day concealer to use. And I use just a little bit under the eyes to cover if you might have any dark circles. And with the concealer, I'm just going to blend in with the finger. Next, I'm going to be taking a fluffy angle brush, and I'm going to be taking NYC's Bronzing, the darker side, and just doing a little bit of contouring. Now, I like to do my contouring before I actually set with powder, because when you put the powder on top, it actually gives you a little bit more dimension in your face, since the bronze kind of sits under the powder, so it gives you a little bit more depth that way. So just, doing a squishy face with your mouth, find your cheek line there, and get under your bone, nice and resetting with some Bare Minerals translucent powder and a nice fluffy brush. From this one I'm using is from Bare Minerals. I'm just going to swirl around on the top cap and then just go circular motion on your face, and you can see how it tones down where you've bronzed to do the sculpting. So contouring turns down a little bit. I'm just doing a light overall dusting with the setting powder. Next, for the blush, I'm going to be using from the Coastal Scents 10 blush palette. I'm going to be using the kind of bronzish color that's got some gold sparkle flecks in it, but the gold doesn't really show up too much. It's more for the brown. And then if you saw, I kind of flicked off there. I don't really like to tap the brushes, because when you tap your brushes, the bristles actually come loose in the glue. So if you just kind of flick it, it does the same thing, gets all that loose stuff off, and it doesn't harm your brushes as much. And you want to keep it kind of right on top of where you put the bronze. You don't want to put it too high up, because then it makes you look like you have lower cheekbones than what you do. Next, I'm going to be using Urban Decay's Primer Potion. This is, I believe it's the Sin one. And with your ring finger, just kind of blend that out. And I'm going to be taking it right up to the brow bone. And I'm going to be taking Urban Decay's Shag, and I'm going to be putting it all over the lid. Just get it right above your crease. Make sure it's nice and blended. And to do that, a MAC 224 works good, or any kind of light fluffy brush that you have. Just do some windshield wiper strokes, get those edges really blended out. Next, from the Coastal Scents 88 palette, I'm going to be taking this dark brown, and with more of a pointier tip fluffy brush. I believe this is an e.l.f. brush, but I think it's a Nonami, but just take that right into your crease, do some circle motions, and blend it right into where your crease is. You'll see it start to darken up. Next, I'm going to be taking my MAC angle brush and using the fishnet. I'm going to create a little pop of color. Sorry, I switched eyes on you, but I don't know why I did that. But I'm going to be taking this and just bringing it right on top from the outer corner and bringing it about halfway in at an angle. I find that I like to pop a little bit of color every now and then if I'm just going to be doing a normal everyday look. Just gives you a little bit more interest in your look. So you can see it's real faint. Next, I'm going to be using Ransom, also from Urban Decay. Put that right under that purplish pink that we just used, and kind of blend it up into that purple. And you'll see the colors. Next, I'm going to be using Peace and putting that right under that purple, and then kind of blend it all together slightly. Next, I'm going to be taking MAC. This came from the MAC to the Beach collection, and I'm going to line the lower lash line with it, just real light. Go about maybe 2/3 of the way in, more heavy on the outside, and then just lightly on the inside. You can blend out with your finger. And then also from the MAC to the Beach collection, I'm going to be using this turquoise color with my angled brush and just pop that right on top. Next, I'm going to be taking Smolder by MAC, and I'm going to line my lower lash line, or waterline with it, sorry. Not doing too heavy on it, just enough to be able to give you some definition. Then I'm going to be taking Vanilla by MAC and putting it right on top of to highlight up there, right on the brow bone. And then also in the inner corner, and then kind of blend it upwards. Opens up your eye a little bit and gives you a little bit of shimmer in there. And also just lightly under your eye to kind of brighten your eye up. Next, I'm using L'Oreal's Linear Intense to line your eyes. And then on top of that, I'm going to be using this Mica Bella. It's a really dark blue, sparkly kind of color, but it's really pretty. And on top of that, black eyeliner. I'm just going to pop it on top of it. You can see it's really loose powder, so make sure to shake it off. And then I use the CoverGirl's Lash Blast to do my eyelashes. And to finish up, just a real nude color. This one's an NYC lipstick. It's really cheap. I found it was only like $1 at the drugstore, so. But it's a really good color, and there's your finished look. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.